Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not much of a talker when it comes to grand plans, and honestly, you won't hear lofty promises from him. He focuses on getting his work done properly every day, following routines and rules closely. He will mostly stick to what he's comfortable with, moving forward slowly and steadily.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When problems come up at work, he doesn't easily lose his cool. He keeps his emotions in check and won't have big outbursts or fall apart. You won't see him panicking or complaining loudly.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He tends to keep to himself and doesn't go out of his way to be friendly or chatty at work. People might find him a bit distant or hard to approach because he doesn't show much warmth or care about building close relationships. He's not likely to be the most popular in the room, but he also doesn't go looking for trouble.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he's unlikely to show much emotion about it, either pride or jealousy. He may not openly celebrate your achievements or shower you with praise simply because he's not very expressive or enthusiastic. His way isn't dramatic, but he won't drag you down or get in your way.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not the type to deeply resent or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He's practical and doesn't make a fuss about roles or comparisons. Instead, he'll carry on with his own work and responsibilities as usual.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's careful with money and doesn't spend on impulse. You can expect him to plan and stick to budgets, paying attention to bills and savings. If you want someone who is steady and reliable with finances, he's a good match.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't feel the need to show off. You won't find him buying things just to impress others or pretending to have more than he does. He prefers a simple, well managed lifestyle to flashy spending or keeping up with others.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be quite reserved both with his money and his feelings. You may notice that he isn't quick to offer help or go out of his way to be generous, whether it's treating someone or sharing what he has. If you value open hearted kindness and sharing, you might find him a little hard to reach.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He usually handles money matters quietly and sticks to routines, but he's not likely to be secretive or play games with finances. He might not talk much about what he's doing with money simply because he's not very expressive, not because he's hiding anything. Overall, he's practical and direct, not the controlling or sneaky type.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's someone who likes order and routine, and he's used to taking care of responsibilities. He won't see housework as only your duty. Instead, he's likely to quietly handle chores that need doing without much fuss or complaint. You might have to remind him sometimes, but overall, he believes in doing his part.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He isn't one for big words or gestures, but he believes in quietly doing his part when it comes to chores and childcare. You can expect him to roll up his sleeves and tackle what needs to be done rather than just standing by and giving instructions. He values a clean and organized home, so he won't leave the dirty work for you alone.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't quick to argue or pick fights, and he doesn't push hard just to prove his point. Instead, he tends to keep quiet and listen, even if he doesn't fully understand or agree right away. With him, you'll likely get a quiet listener who doesn't stir up needless arguments just to win.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's upset, he doesn't turn to shouting, name calling, or aggressive behavior. He's the type to keep his feelings inside, staying calm on the outside even if he's frustrated. You probably won't hear hurtful words or see wild actions from him.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he isn't the type who gets angry quickly. He keeps his emotions under control and rarely reacts with sudden outbursts. Even when things go wrong or someone upsets him, he tends to stay calm and collected.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He isn't someone who finds reasons to blame others, but he also won't always say sorry in a big open way. If he's at fault, he quietly takes responsibility and tries to correct his mistake rather than pointing fingers or making excuses. You might not get a heartfelt apology or a lot of words, but you'll see him change his behavior or fix what went wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries. He is serious about doing what's right and sticking to clear rules, even if he isn't very talkative or expressive. If you say no, he will listen and step back without trying to change your mind.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He's not likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He keeps his feelings to himself and doesn't make a big issue out of things like this. Instead, he'll quietly accept your feelings and carry on with other things.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep private moments private. He isn't the type to use your personal moments or secrets against you, even if there's a disagreement or fight later. He quietly values respect and keeping what's personal between just the two of you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is steady and focused by nature, not someone who gets easily drawn away or distracted by others. Loyalty comes naturally to him. He's not restless or someone who looks for excitement outside the relationship. He prefers routine and stability over chasing after new people or experiences.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he isn't over possessive or the type who acts jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He is steady and prefers managing his own responsibilities rather than keeping tabs on you. He values trust and calm more than constantly checking up or making rules for you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him, protective doesn't turn into controlling behavior. He prefers to keep things in order and make sure routines are followed, but he doesn't cross the line into watching over you or making decisions for you. You'll feel supported, not smothered with him.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a shared responsibility and will quietly do his part when it comes to routines and daily tasks. You can count on him to handle what needs to be done without expecting everything to fall on your shoulders. With him, parenting is practical and shared.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to stay calm and steady. He doesn't have a quick temper and doesn't yell or explode when things go wrong. But you can trust that he won't scare or embarrass the kids with angry reactions.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect the responsibilities you take on as a mother and will also understand that you have your own life, interests, and goals outside of parenting. He won't make you feel guilty for wanting time for yourself or for your career, but he may not openly cheer you on with big words or gestures. Support from him will be quiet and practical, helping with chores, giving you space when needed, and not questioning your choices.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
He isn't the type to change his tune or surprise you with sudden demands after life changes. If he supports your career now, it's because he truly respects your responsibilities and routines and he values stability for the family. His approach is steady and practical, not based on controlling or shifting rules.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to be polite and respectful to your parents, but don't expect much open warmth or deep connection. He isn't very expressive or outgoing, so his way of showing respect might be limited to good manners, quiet greetings, and helping with practical needs. If your family values open hearted relationships, this could feel a bit reserved. He will try to adjust quietly to your family's ways rather than expecting everyone to shift for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family causes stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make the situation worse. He doesn't get easily rattled or lash out, so you won't see him starting arguments or adding fuel to the fire. Instead, he'll stay quiet and steady, focusing on keeping peace and order as much as possible.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He tends to follow routines and values keeping order, both at home and with relatives. So while he may seem practical and fair with you privately, when relatives are around, he might expect you to fit into traditional roles, to keep peace and avoid rocking the boat. He isn't doing this to control you, but because he prefers harmony and what's familiar.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he is most likely to stay out of it rather than take sides. He doesn't enjoy arguments or drama, and he prefers to keep peace by not making things bigger than they are. You might wish for louder support, but you can count on his calm presence in the background.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He isn't the type to be a mummy's boy blindly siding with his mother in every situation. He values calm and keeping routines, so he tries to avoid taking sides openly or fueling conflict. You might not hear him speak out loudly for you, but he won't throw you under the bus either.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is quite private by nature and doesn't usually share every detail of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep personal issues within the four walls of your home and doesn't like involving others in problems. If he ever does mention something, it will be only the basics, nothing dramatic or personal.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Life with him is steady, predictable, and quietly supportive. He takes care of his work and home responsibilities without needing much praise or making a fuss.